and welcome back to my little series on how to play Phasmo in 2024. Today we're going to be talking about the shop. The shop, for a lot of people, is very confusing and unintuitive, and I can't really blame you for that, so we're going to go over it. First off, this is the equipment list when you're looking at the lobby screen. If you ever want to know what you are bringing in, you can see what the game is going to be putting into the map right over here. If you clicked on some things, you bought some stuff, you don't know what showed up in there, you can always look at this and know what we have. So right now we only have the basic stuff, and you can see we've got little slots here. You'll see 2 dots in some places and 4 dots in places and 3 dots. That is the number of slots available for that item type. So for example, I can't have more than 2 dots projectors. 4 video cameras is the max, and 3 photo cameras is the max for that. This little black square means that it is the tier 1. If we were to come over here and you have a higher level item, say this spirit box, you can click on that and bring it up to a tier 2. And let's go ahead and put this at a tier 3. If we go back over here, you'll see that now the spirit box is showing as a tier 2. You can tell it's 2 because there are 2 pieces of it. And then ghostwriting book is a tier 3 because there are 3 chunks to it. And so you can easily read what you're bringing in based off of this. We have 1 of each of these. This is a tier 2. This is a tier 3. So right now, I have this loadout, my loadout number 4, completely empty. That means if I were to auto add, auto buy on my number 4 here, it wouldn't add anything in. We would just have the basic stuff that the game automatically brings in, which is 1 of each of these starting items here. On the top row here, you have your dots projector, your EMF reader, your ghostwriting book, your spirit box, your thermometer, your UV light, and your video camera. Now this doesn't show here because again, it automatically brings 1 of each of those in. But if you wanted to bring in an extra, you can set your loadout to have 1 of those for each of them. Just by hitting that plus, it will add them to this loadout. So if I were to click off of this loadout and then click back to it, you'll see it has saved that. The confusing part is this is you saving a loadout. This isn't adding it into the equipment. If I come back over here, you'll notice it still only shows 1 of each in there. So if you want to use your loadout, you then click the add button to add them in. And now when we come back to this screen, you'll see we now have the additional ones in here. I'm going to reset this by going to the all button and removing, so it removes everything that we've added in there, and once again we'll be back to blank. Let's make a loadout. So I've already got 1 of each of these. I don't mind that, but I do want to have my tier 3 version of a lot of these. So we're going to put you on tier 3, tier 3. I like the tier 1 thermometer and glow stick, tier 3 on that. And so those ones, again, automatically in there. I don't have to worry about adding those in. I got crucifixes. I want to have the maximum number of those, and I like the tier 2, so I'm going to add in 2 of those, and you'll see that show up there. Candles, I want to have the tier 3 version, and I want to have the maximum number of those, so now that's in there. Flashlights, I want to have the maximum version, and I don't need to have an extra one because I only need 1 for myself. I'm playing alone. The headlamp, I want to have that, but I need to add that in because it doesn't automatically go on there like the flashlight does. Ignition source, whatever they want to call it. I'll have 2 of those just in case I lose one, because sometimes they're small and you get lost, so I'll bring in 2. Smudge sticks, I'll put that on the tier 3 and get 4 of those. The motion sensor, I'll get the tier 3, and I'll put 4 of those down just in case, you know, sometimes the ghost wants to be a little finicky. I want to get more area done. The parabolic microphone, I'll get tier 3 of that and put 1 in. I don't really need more than that. The photo camera, I'll put 1 of those in there because I don't really need more than that. I'm going to get the tier 3 salt, and we're going to get 3 of those. Sanity medication, I'm going to get the tier 3 of that and get 4 of those. I don't even care for the sound sensor, so I'm not going to get it. And then I'm going to get a tier 3 tripod, and because I only need 1 video camera, I'm just going to bring 1. And now I have made this loadout. Whenever you make the loadout, if you don't actually have the inventory of items that you need, you'll have to hit buy on this, and it will automatically deduct however much money is needed in order to fill out your loadout. And then we add that in. Clicking the add button will add in your inventory of available items. And now when I come over here, you'll see that this has been updated to show all of the items that we're bringing in. Make sure that when you have auto buy, auto add on, it is for an appropriate amount of items. Whenever I am hosting a server, because I have a lot of money, I tend to just come over to all, and then I just put all on auto add and auto buy so I don't have to think about it. And that way, if anybody needs anything, they can have it, and that works for me. But whenever I'm playing by myself, I like to have a lot more petite of a loadout in case I die, so I don't have to waste a bunch of money on it. One more little tip I want to give you is sometimes the game gets a little confused about whose items gets put in. Whenever I'm hosting the lobby, I'm usually the one that has the highest tier items, and so I expect it to fill it out, especially since I'm the host and I'm putting in the highest tier things. But I've noticed sometimes when people join in, it will replace some of my items with lower tier items that they have, and you can't get rid of them. The only workaround I've found for this is to go into your difficulty setting and go to the weekly challenge mode, because the weekly challenge mode has a set loadout for you. You're not allowed to bring in your own items for it, so it has a set loadout. So if you go to that, set it to challenge mode, and then set it off of that again, you'll notice that it clears the inventory, and you can feel free to add your own stuff back in again and fix that. So hopefully that helps you. If it did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this in the future, subscribe. If you have your own tips or tricks for the shop, leave them down below. But until next time, remember to take care of yourself and take care of those around you. Bye-bye.